Hello and welcome to Hollowacreshomestead. Homestead. My name is Stephanie and today is potting up day. I have a lot of things that I need to pot up. I should also fertilize quite a few things. What I am using today to pot up my seedlings are these newspaper pots that I made. It was very easy to make these. I probably have about 100 pots here. It might have taken me, 45 minutes. Not very long, I didn't time it, but super easy to make and it just saved me a whole bunch of money. 100 pots of this size is anywhere from $12 to $25. Because these pots are made with newspaper, you could also use wrapping paper or any other kind of paper you have laying around. Sometimes if you order something from Amazon, they'll put paper in there. You can use that. But these are biodegradable. They will biodegrade away. You just plant it directly into the soil. It helps the plant with transplant shock. You're like 85% less likely to have transplant shock whenever you plant your plants like this. I feel like it's a higher number, but just saying 85% feels high, but it sounds right. So I'll show you really quickly how to make them. Here I have a jelly mason jar. I think it's 6 ounces. And I have a strip of newspaper. I cut it in half. You want to have paper on the bottom so that you can fold in the bottom. You simply wrap it. Of course, it's easier on a hard surface. And then you take the bottom, push it in, fold side first, and I do mine into thirds. And then I pinch for extra support and pull it off, and now I have a pot. When this is filled with soil, it will be pretty sturdy. Now you're not going to want to move it around a whole lot. Once you put it in your tray, it should be good to go. I mean, you wouldn't need to move it really until you plant it. I have a box here full, and I'm going to get to potting up. Here I have trays that I ordered from Amazon. I will put a link in the description below of what these were. I think it was 12 trays for $28, something like that. They are not the most sturdy of trays. They're pretty flimsy and they're probably going to give out within this year, but this is what I'm using. And I'm going to take the pots, fill them with soil, and there we go. Then I fill up the tray. So I will fill the tray and be back. I have filled up 3 trays of these pots in here. There are 32 in each, so I have 3 of them, and I have a bunch of zinnias that need to be potted up. Also, they need to be watered. So, south of the border, peppermint stick, stop sign, blueberry cheesecake. That is what I am repotting today. We'll start with the south of the border. So there it is. I just potted in, and I'll fill up this tray. So I am in the second garden bed from the end, just to show you. 1, 2. I have great white tomatoes that I'm going to be planting here. They are an indeterminate variety of tomatoes, so they're just going to keep on growing and get really tall. Which pretty much, I think all my tomatoes this year are indeterminate. I don't think there's any determinate ones. Maybe the cherry tomatoes, but anyway. I'm going to plant them along the back side here, and then I'm going to build a trellis up. Today I will not be trellising, but I'm going to go ahead and get those tomatoes planted. So this is a very small, great white tomato seedling. It's even got a little friend next to it. I'm just going to leave it. So what I'm going to do is pop off the lower leaves. Oh, I think I just went, okay, too far. Now with tomatoes, you want to plant them really deep because along the stem, they are going to put off new roots, creating a very strong root system for the tomatoes to continue growing. So I'm going to dig down right up to my wrist. That's what I'm doing. And then I put it down. Fill it in with soil. Got one really, really short one. And this one. As long as this guy grows, we're good to go. The little one, it's okay if it dies. It's awesome if it grows. So I plant my tomatoes pretty close together, about 10-ish inches, sometimes a little closer. I am packing these beds full but different kind of full than last year. Last year, I put far too many tomatoes, far too many of the same plant in one bed. So I filled a bed with tomatoes. Completely. Never again will I do that. I am companion planting. So the back will grow up and grow tall, and what's in front is going to be shorter. So I just planted 8 great white tomato plants. And within the next week, hopefully sooner, I will be adding more trellising on the edge of every single bed. On the edge, there will be a 6-foot tall trellis. It should work. It should work just fine. That is all that I have for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time here on Hollowacres Homestead.